Have a nice day. Let's check how can we arrange an array of numbers in descending order. Let's consider the numbers 1, 7, 3, 9. We are using bubble sort method. In bubble sort method, first we select this the first two numbers and compare both of them, which is slash. If the first one is slash, we have to swap the numbers, else we don't want to do anything. And next we have to consider the next two numbers and again compare. By comparing, if the first one is slash, we have to swap the numbers, else stay for the same. Again the last two numbers. By comparing, if first one is slash, we have to swap the numbers and else do not want to do anything. Okay, let's check. Here the numbers are 1, 7, 3, 9. We can see that here is 4 numbers, so we have to compare. In first one, these two sets, and then these two sets, then these two sets. That means we have to take 3 sets of numbers initially. At the end of first loop, we will get the smallest number at the end of the array. These whole steps have to repeat for 3 times. That means here is 4 numbers. We have to repeat the whole step in 3 times. That is n minus 1. Here n is the total number of the total numbers present in the particular array. Let's check. Here 1, 7, 3, 9. First we have to compare 1 and 7. Here 1 is less than 7, so we have to swap these numbers. By swapping, we will get 7, 1, 3, 9. Next we have to compare these two numbers 1 and 3. Here 3 is greater than 1 or 1 is less than 3, so again we want to swap these numbers. Then we will get 7, 3, 1, 9. Here we have to check the last two numbers 1 and 9. By comparing 1 and 9, 1 is less than 9, so again we have to swap these numbers. By swapping, we will get the final value as 7, 3, 9, 1. Right? 7, 3, 9, 1. This is the end of first main loop. This is the main loop, and inner loop is the comparison and the swapping or non-swapping of numbers. We are comparing first these two numbers, next these two numbers, and finally these two numbers. This is the inner loop, and the whole is the main loop, which is the first step. In the first main loop, at the end of the first main loop, we will get the least number, the less number in the array at the end of the particular array. Okay. Again, we are starting these steps in the second main loop. In second main loop, we only want to compare these two numbers and these two numbers. That means these two positions and these two positions, because we know that the smallest number is at the end of the particular array. Okay, let's start. The number array is 7391. First we have to compare 7 and 3. By comparing, 7 is greater than 3, so we have to swap these numbers. No. 7 is greater than 3, so we don't want to swap these numbers. 7391. Next we have to compare these two numbers. By comparing, we can see that 3 is less than 9, so we have to swap these numbers. By swapping the numbers 3 and 9, we will get the output as 7 9 3 1. This is the end of second main loop. At the end of second main loop, we can see that the second smallest number came at the second last position. In the third main loop, we only want to compare the first two numbers. Let's start. 7 9 3 1. We have to compare the first two numbers, 7 and 9. 7 is less than 9, so we have to swap the numbers. Implies 9 7 3 1. This is our output. Let's see how can we program this in Keil. The beginning of the Keil program is org 000H. Okay, I'm trying to save it here. We can save in the name sort underscore descending, so DSC. We can give any name, but the extension should be ASM, because we are writing the program in the assembly language. So the extension should be ASM. Okay, then save. Now we have to take how many numbers are there in the array. Thus we load that values we are loading from the memory. For taking that, we are giving move dptr, 2000. In the memory location 2000, we are giving how many numbers are there in the particular array. We have to specify how many numbers are there in the array in the location 2000H. Then move x a at dptr. This is for taking the particular value in the location 2000H to accumulator. Then here we can see that here was 4 numbers and we have taken only 3 loops, right? 3 loops. So here we can decrement the value, decrement a, decremented. Then we have to take the accumulator value to 2 loop, one main loop and one inner loop. We are taking R0 as the main loop and R2 as inner loop. We can use R0, R1, R2, anyone. Here I am using R0 and R2. Move R0, A move R2 comma A. Then we are giving the loop variable ZZ, move dptr comma hash 2014 H. We are giving 2014 H to dptr. This is for taking the data to the registers. Sorry, here is a mistake. We have to give hash here. The hash is for taking the immediate data. Okay. Then we have to consider the data from each loop. So there may be chance of changing the accumulator. So we have to load that particular value into the add to register. We have to take the value from R0 again. So move A comma R0. We are using a subtraction in the later steps. So by subtracting, the output will be saved in the accumulator register. Hence, the accumulator value will be changed. So if we want to take the R0 value to R2, we have only way by taking through accumulator. That's why we are taking R0 to A and then A to R2. Move R2 comma A. Move R2 comma A. Then we have to give the second loop variable x. Here we are taking the value from that particular memory location. So move x A comma at dptr. We are taking the value in that particular location 2014 H to accumulator, and again we are moving the value to B. Move B comma A. Next we want to load the data from the next location. For getting the next location, we are incrementing the dptr value. Increment dptr. Again we are taking the value in that location to the accumulator. Move x A comma at dptr. Okay. Now we are loaded the first value to the B register and the second value to accumulator. Now we have to subtract A and B. Sub A comma B. If we are subtracting A and B, if A is less than B, then there will be no carry. That means the next second value in the location will be greater. So if the second location value is greater, we have to swap it. Else we do not want to do anything. So we are using JC, jump if carry. Jump if carry. Jump if carry means the second number will be less. Jump if carry YY. Jumps to the location YY. else we have to swap the numbers. So we have to swap the numbers in A and B. But now we can see that we have given sub A comma B. That result will change the value in the A. So we have to load the initial value to the accumulator. For that we are using move X A comma at dptr. Now the value will be restored. Now we can exchange the values between the values in A and B. For exchanging, we are using the command xch A comma B. Okay, we are used xch A comma B for exchanging the values in A and B. Now we have to rewrite these values to the particular location. For that, we are using move x at dptr comma A. The value in A is written to the location. Now we have to decrement the location to save the value in B. Decrement. For decrementing the location, we are using the command decrement. So dec dpl, decrement dpl. Now move the value in B to A. For that we are using move A comma B, moving the value in B to A. Now the value have to write to that particular location. For that move x at dptr comma A, move x at dptr comma A. Then we have to do the increment dptr. Then we have to check for if the inner loop is become 0 or not. Here is the jumping location of this y vine. dj insert r2 comma xx. By using this command, decrement and jump if non-zero. That means decrementing the r2 value by 1 and checking if it is become 0. If it is become 0, then it goes to the next line, else it go for this step, goes to the step this. Okay, next we have to check for if it is become 0 the main loop. For that dj insert r0 comma zz, decrementing r0 and checking whether it is came 0. If it becomes 0, then it will be ended the program, else have to go to this particular step. Okay, this is our program. Try to execute it. First we have to save in the name sort underscore desc.asm. Then we have to add to the source group. For that, double clicking here, sort underscore desc.asm, added here, then close it. And now we have to translate it. Translated, 0 errors and 0 warnings. Now builded, rebuild. Okay, fine. Now debug. Under debug session, start or stop debug session. click on that, we will get this. Now we have to give value. We can check these numbers. Here is 4 numbers, so at 2000 we have to give how many numbers are there in that particular array. At from 2014 location we have to give the data. Here 1, then 7, then 3, the last one is 9. Okay, now we can execute. For that, run. We can use the shortcut F5 also. By clicking this, we can see that the array is arranged in descending order, 9, 7, 3, 1. We can check another number, 6 numbers. Okay, 2, 4, 9, 7, 1, some 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Okay, let's check. We have to first reset it, then run. 9, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have got the numbers arranged in descending order. Okay, thank you.